Yes, man. What is going on?
$15 billion. In 3 days,
Hold on.
that's how much the world's 15 largest cryptocurrencies lost in market value.
Let's back this up.
Over $150 billion. In 3 days, that's how much the world's 15 largest cryptocurrencies lost in market value. It's because of the crypto exchange platform FTX, which is behind this token, named FTT. On November 6th, the token's value began to fall, losing more than 80% of its worth in the span of 72 hours. Once seen as a survivor in a struggling market, the fall of FTX has sent shockwaves through the cryptocurrency industry. So, what went wrong? FTX is the brainchild of Sam Bankman-Fried. He's commonly known as SBF on social media. He's been previously hailed as a savior of the crypto industry.
And you were called the JP Morgan of
Yep.
crypto.
Yep.
Does that bother you or did not?
It doesn't bother me too much.
Bankman-Fried founded the quantitative trading firm Alameda Research in 2017. 2 years later, he started FTX, an exchange platform for buying or selling cryptocurrencies. Right now, he's the majority owner of both firms.
That kind of aroused some skepticism among industry players and traders, investors, stakeholders that there could be some sort of conflict of interest in terms of whether Alameda Research was getting preferential treatment on FTX, vice versa. But the official narrative that SBF gave in the past is that the two companies are separate entities.
After its launch, FTX attracted major investments from Silicon Valley and Wall Street.
We'd raised a few $1 billion over the course of the last couple of years, and we're a profitable business.
It grew into the fourth largest cryptocurrency exchange for derivatives trading. Celebrities promoted the platform in ads.
I'm getting into crypto.
With FTX. You in?
It's FTX. It's a safe and easy way to get into crypto.
I don't think so.
FTX was gaining steam, and in the process, often tussled with Binance, the world's largest crypto exchange by volume.
When FTX was getting started, Binance invested in FTX, and it was one of the crypto exchange's earliest investors. But FTX, as we know, grew really rapidly and became a very substantial rival to Binance.
As FTX grew in the industry, Bankman-Fried furthered his reputation as a crypto savior when digital asset prices collapsed earlier this year.
It's not fair to customers.
He bailed out firms, spending about $1 billion.
It's okay to do a deal that is moderately bad in bailing out a place.
But that image didn't last. On November 2nd, CoinDesk published a report based on a leaked Alameda balance sheet. According to the leaked data, Alameda claimed it had over $14 billion in assets at the end of June, but most of that was FTX's tokens. Alameda CEO Caroline Ellison tweeted that the balance sheet wasn't complete.
Caroline also said its financial situation is under control, the company is doing
All right,
well.
let's turn that down.
However, it seems like the market just didn't
Let's turn that down. So that's what you got going on right now, man. Smartest people in the room. This ain't new, man. I've seen this shit 20 times. You get a bunch of smart people in the room, start leveraging themselves, start bullshitting. It's human nature, man. It's going to happen again and again and again. That's what happens when you get smart people, man. This is what happens. People in their 30s burn the world down, man. You don't think? They do. People in their 30s board airplanes and blow up buildings and start world wars, man. Would you take your money from Coinbase? I would take a lot of it from Coinbase. I sure would. I would get it on a hard wallet. If you have some big money in there, you're just trading or playing around, I wouldn't worry about it. Coinbase is regulated. Coinbase is looked at. Coinbase has to give up financials, but hey, man, a lot of companies that have crashed have had to give up financials. Just being publicly traded doesn't mean you're honest. And being smart doesn't mean you're honest. Being unique doesn't mean you're honest. And unfortunately, it's human nature. So the FTT coin fell from $24 to $1.36 in 1 day, 2 day, 3 day, 4 day, 5 day, 6 day, 7 day. You would never buy this. Okay? I mean, obviously you wouldn't have bought this. Never buy that. You never buy on the first day because you don't know what's going on. And then you got to go research it, right? So as you're looking at least 3 days, you don't buy anything, it drops 10, 12% in a single day. Unless you're out there on the spectrum, maybe. You got to go read and see what's up, man. And so, no, I wouldn't touch this. I wouldn't play this at all. I imagine this is probably going to zero. It's possible the coin floats around, but, man, I would not buy it. I would not. You're just throwing good money after bad. You know, it's unfortunate. All this stuff is tied in with the stock market. So it's, you know, even if you're not into crypto, I would go read up on it because it's stock market history. Now the uptrend continues. S&P 500 is in an uptrend, and we're pushing up. We're breaking out of. On Friday, we broke out of this little box that was right here. You know, even though we were in a stage 1 already, I mean, we were already in a stage 2, but you know, this just makes it a little better. I imagine we go to this 309, you know, which is going to take us back to the previous high. That would make sense. Maybe this, you know, S&P stocks can get some juice. The leader during this recent uptrend has been the Dow. So the Dow is represented by the DIA. And this is super important. You know, we call this the wind. You may have heard people talk about the wind. I think I'm the first person to coin that calling it the wind. I don't know. But the wind is at your back is what it means, or it's in your face. And so the wind has been with these big cap stocks. It's been all about the Dow stocks, man, and the stocks that are similar to the Dow. Yeah, these hard drives are hard wallets are not complicated. You can get them on Amazon. Okay, you do a little reading, some clicking, ain't no big deal. Transfer $5, learn how to do it. It's not that big a deal. If you got some serious, you know, money in Ethereum or Bitcoin or something like that, I'd probably move it, man. We don't know what contagion, you know, Coinbase has. It seems like they don't have any, but I don't believe any of them, man. I think they're all fucking liars. I actually don't believe anyone, to be honest. So when I meet you, I think you're full of shit. Matter of fact, I think everyone's full of shit, no matter what they tell me. And here's one thing I know, that nobody knows anything. So whenever I get people, well, I think it's you don't know nothing. You know nothing. You have no idea where anything is going. So whenever you get a friend that tells you, well, I bet this goes, no, you have a dumb friend. He doesn't know. He has no idea where anything is going. If you think you do, you're delusional. A lot of people think they do. I don't know, man. I know what happens when price breaks out above the green line. It keeps going until it stops. And where it usually stops is where it stopped before. That I know, which is right where we're at on the S&P. You know, so the Dow probably is about to slow down here. John D. Moto. I don't know your name, bro. John, appreciate you. Yeah, so we're stopping, you know, pretty much where we stopped before. That's what we would anticipate, right? That would be a money flow pattern. Sideways up, sideways down, sideways up. Look at that. Looks like it's right out of the book, man. Oh, so let's put that on there. And that's what we're seeing here, is this movement here on the Dow. Let's see. Yeah, somebody made a good point. Don't buy it on Amazon. Buy it directly from the website. That's a good point. There are some trickiness that goes on. Where are we at? On all that stuff. For a while there, I had transferred all my Bitcoin to Cash App. Yep. Let's see. All right, YouTube, hit some likes, man. I'm fixing to turn you off. About done with you guys, man. You lazy asses. Click the damn button. It's not that hard, man. I got to come to your house and fucking beg you. I'm starting to lose my patience with people. All right? You're supposed to be my friends. You can't click a damn button. Fixing to block all of you. That's what I'm fixing to do. I'm fixing to unsubscribe everyone. Get the fuck out of here. All right? Like, it's not a big ask to click a button. Okay? That's not a big ask. It's not complicated. Click. Jesus. You gotta go around asking people? God damn, I gotta come to your house. Let me come to your house, man. Let me come to your house, rub your shoulders, and maybe I can get you to hit the button. I know it's a long ways away. It's way up here. How could you ever figure it out? So that's where we're at now. People can't click a button. I can spoon feed it to them. Let's see. Anything else I can do for you? Let's see. Where are we at? So we've been talking about nat gas. Ooh, it's turning down now. It was ripping. So we're building this little, we've been building this. If this thing gets too wacky, I'm going to call it on this trade. If it gets too wacky, I'm going to call it. But we're still in the box. Let's see. Here we go. There we go. Look at that. I appreciate you, Kirby. Oh, man, I was really hoping that gas was about to rip, but it's turned back down. So, I don't know. We'll see how this trade works out, man. We're still in it. We're still in the box area. We got a pop. It came back. So, that's not uncommon. So, we'll give that a minute. This has been a new trade we've been building up. I'm not even in a full position yet when it popped and then came back. So, another new one we're looking at is coffee. I don't know if my international friends can play this one. And the ticker's JO. This is another new one. And I initiated the position as soon as it got over the trigger, which is the 5-day moving average. So we had a pivot point, 1 day, 2 day, 3 day, 4 day, but because we got over the 5, I went ahead and initiated a very, very, very small position. So I'm going to build this out as this stage develops, okay? As this stage develops. And we got the indicators crossing over. Stochastics has come out. It's extremely oversold. Remember, we talk about it's under the 200. So benefit of the doubt is that it's underpriced. So that's where we're at on coffee. I'm not anywhere near a full position. I'm just kind of nibbling, man, nibbling. I think I just bought 2 or 3 shares today. If you're on my text list, I sent out a text this morning. I usually don't make any moves till, 11 o'clock or so. Sometimes a little earlier, sometimes a little later, but usually around 11. It's rare to get me to join all the crazy people at the open trying to do things. I don't do it at the open. I rarely do anything at the open, man. Most of the people trading at the open these are complete lunatics, not people you want to be friends with. People that are just they're literally insane. Let's see. Yeah, so that's where we're at on the coffee trade. We'll see how this works out. How do you buy? What time does the market open for you? Same time it opens for you, man. Depends on where you're at, right? So at my house, it's 8:30 Central Time. How is it open for you, man? What time's it open for you? Does your mom let you trade? Let's see. Does your girlfriend say it's okay? Are you allowed? Let's see. Let's check in on 3M. 3M hit our target, man, the RSI, and look what happened. RSI stopped. Price stopped the moment it hit the RSI. So if I was trading this, probably take a little bit off. I imagine we keep pushing and at least get up in here and get close. Problem is the Dow is hitting 70 RSI as well. Trading his mama's basement. My girlfriend thinks stocks are a scam. I think your girlfriend's a scam. Stocks are a scam. Come on, man. You got to get a brighter girlfriend, bro. You can't be in the year 2022 and be like, you think stocks are a scam. Probably the stocks you're trading are a scam, but is it really? Is 3M a scam? Is this a scam, 3M? So let me help you with this, bro. You're going to need a smarter girl, okay? I'm going to try to help you out, bro. So tomorrow, go show her this. Go, hey, baby, here's a 12-year chart of the S&P 500. I know you said it was a scam, and you're one of the smartest women on planet Earth and loaded and rich, I know. And go show her and go, look at your scam. For like 150 years, it's just gone up, 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 up. Who are you dating, bro? They don't know history? They can't read? Come on, man. You need to date brighter girls, man. Stock market's gone up for like 150 years. Every once in a while it goes down. And because of that, we're able to play the volatility. Man, you guys got to date smarter people, man. A lot of you are broke just because that's who you hang out with. You're not married to bright people. You're not dating bright people, man. You're dating the wrong people. So you got to fix that on her, man. Go let her know I said that too. Tell her, hey, Gerald thinks you're not too smart. Maybe from the hills of Alabama or something. Up in the Kentucky hills. Be like, we don't do that around here, man. We don't trade stocks around here. The trend is up, man. Let's see. I'm just kidding, man. I'm sure you got a nice girlfriend. You just got to help her out. The ones who think it's a scam don't get in and out at the right time. Buy top, sell. Yeah, buy at the bottom. Here's an idea. Just don't get out at all. Just accumulate wealth. It's a no-brainer. Has worked your whole fucking life. Imagine if your parents would have done that. Just bought it, added on stage ones, held their stocks, bought it, added on stage one, held it. You'd be rich right now. But your parents didn't. They didn't do that. Let's see. All right, we picked on his girlfriend enough. Let's see. That's not nice. Shouldn't pick on girls. What script is this, dude? It's not a script, man. It's called stockcharts.com. It's a chart, okay? I know a lot of you guys have black backgrounds. Not me. I can't see that. Hurts my eyes. So I use white. I know a lot of people use candlesticks. I don't use candlesticks. I use bars. So the tick to the left is the open, the tick to the right is the close. The high of the bar is the high of the day, and the low of the bar is the low of the day. These work just the same as candlesticks. They're just bars. It's easier for me. Yeah, so this is a web-based platform. I like web-based more than anything you have to install on your computer. Jonathan says, we trade stocks in Kentucky. Oi. He'd be like, even a Hatfield McCoy's trade stocks, Gerald. Let's see. That's funny. All right, so that's what we got going on. A lot of the Dow stocks. AT&T's not a Dow stock. Used to be. Got taken out of the Dow. It's still banging, hitting a lot of the same stocks. Gilead, pharmaceuticals are back. We saw Sava ripping. Sava's trying to break out. I put in a fast money trade in the Discord under MO. It's not ripping yet. We'll see. We'll see if it gets going. It's an easy $1, I felt like. We'll see. Yeah, there was a downgrade of one of my buy and hold positions, Hasbro. Wait, put that on a daily. What is it down? Ooh, 9% right now. So they downgraded it. Is what it is. So I just leave it be. Not buying right now. As a dividend investor, having a hard time finding quality stocks to invest in other than, yeah, just stack cash, man. Like, don't force it. And that's, whenever that situation for me happens, if you notice, like last week, I was saying I was turning my attention to large cap growth. Amazon, Tesla, Google, CRM, Dash, because the dividend stocks had already ripped. And so I was looking for opportunities that haven't. Dash was one of them, if you remember on my board where we were talking about. So as I watch the flow of the markets, man, I try to be in tune. I'm not always right, man. I might get out of whack or, make some so that was my board on the 6th. And remember I was saying, even then, like Jason just said, many dividend and blue chip stocks are past their buy zones. I'm looking for quality laggards. So I was looking for the ones that were lagging, and at the time it was Hasbro, which has lagged even more, Hanes Brands, which is ripped up, Verizon, VTR, and Well. Now that's of the 6th. So if we come over here, those were laggards at the time, right? And so I couldn't find any good dividend plays, but VTR is one. And you see what's happened since then. When was that? Where's the 6th? Yeah, they were already ripped. So on the 4th, they had already started breaking out. So Mondays, over the weekend, they take off. So pretty sure didn't we add to VTR? Pretty sure we added to VTR. Yeah, and we had Well Tower on there. Well's ripped. And if we go look at Verizon's now taken off. So they didn't give us a very long window. And it's not really, wouldn't say taken off, but it's past a buy point for me. This is too far out to buy. Like I want to buy over here, So yeah, that was a problem. So looking at Dash, Google was trying to break out. And we see it trying to follow through today. Okay. There's our buy right there on Google. I know I had to put some alerts out on these. Let's see. Okay. 11.8, adding to Google, Amazon, CRM, Airbnb. What else? Adding to Dash. So we started to add to some of those that were, at least in my mind, added to Tesla that I thought are high quality growth stocks. I don't want to get too far out on the spectrum on those because I'm not sure it's going to last. If I get stuck with them, I'd like them to be good companies. So we see Google. Where's Amazon, man? Yeah, so Amazon, this, there was your buy when it broke out above the 5. And then, of course, it's just been adding. So these are all buys right now, man. Amazon, Tesla, Google. Now, much further, and I can't buy Google. It's past my buy point, man. You lost $300K in FTX. All right, well, shouldn't add so much goddamn money in there. Unless your net worth is like $3 million or something, man. Let's see. That's a lot of money to lose, man. Let's see. That's a lot of money, man. That's why we got to limit. We talked about this a lot. We got to limit. Can't have more than 10% in any one thing, man. Any one asset class, Can't have it more in there. It's too risky. Too many unknowns. Too many unknowns, man. Too many unknowns. Let's see. Okay, so, we've been in this UTSL trade for a minute. This is the utility stocks. Kind of gotten going. We're up a little, and then it's kind of stalled out here. But if you go look at, Southern, it's in a buy zone right now. So this is stage 1. And we got hold on. Dominion is in a state, is not buyable yet. I wouldn't buy this yet. I mean, this, you got to let this set up. So we don't know that this is the bottom. We got to get our pivot point, right? So we want a pivot point. We want a day that holds at least for 4 days. So right now we can play off of that's the bottom, but we need it to hold, right? We need it to hold. So too soon on that. A bread and butter trade that I put out, or I didn't put it out. I just put it on my board. Just what I was looking at was FE. But now it's looking the other way. So we'll see how it plays out, man. We'll see how it plays out. Yeah, my man says the use case for crypto still isn't mainstream. No, even if it was, I'd still keep it limited, man. Let's see. We'll look at FedEx real quick. It's kind of a boring day, to be honest. Yeah, FedEx keeps running, so there you go. RSI 70. I'd probably be looking at trimming some of this. I don't know how you're trading it. If you need to raise some money to buy other shit, or if you're just looking to take some money down, this is when you do it. When the RSI hits 70. If you want to raise some cash, this is when you do it. That was your buy, right? So a lot of people wanted to buy it day one that it collapsed, and it's like, no, you gotta wait, man. You can't do it when these moving averages are that far apart. Shit's got to come together. It ain't going up till they come together, man. So, man, this thing's been picture perfect too. Look at that. GP, are you still holding bark? Yeah, I'm still holding bark. Ain't nothing to do with it, man. Let's see, EARK. Ain't nothing to do. Just waiting. Just waiting here, man. Matter of fact, you could probably add to it if you think it's going to run. So we just got a big, it tried to break, but now we're just in like a big stage one. So our target's here. And if it breaks down, it's going down to here, man. Right? So we don't know where it's going, but we know when it does, it tends to stop where it stopped before, which would be those two zones. And remember, it stopped there too. So it's already stopped there a couple of times. So we know it can go there. Ain't no big deal. And we know it can go down here because it stopped there before, right? So, that's the pattern. So it's a 1. We're looking for a breakout, and we're looking for it to run up into that 230, 240 range. Let's see. Trimmed AGQ. So, yeah, our silver trade, you should have trimmed some. I've only trimmed once. And, ooh, now we're rolling, baby. That's what we wanted to see. So we trimmed some, and now we're going higher. That's exactly what we would hope to see. So we're able to take some off, right? And then take that money and put it toward other trades and then let this thing keep rolling. And we won't look to get out of it until we go into a stage 4 decline. Right? When we get into the stage 3 again or stage 4 decline, then we'll look at taking it off. Now this silver one is one for a while, man. I kept saying just build the silver, okay? Just keep adding to it, man. Silver's not going to zero. Just keep adding to it. Build it up, okay? Let's see. Sold half my got Coles reporting this week. Added to UPro. That one's nice. Added to UPro. 10, 11. What is going on with UPro here? God damn. I can't see my board as I'm typing here. What days are we doing this here? Hold on. $10.13. Just trying to see when we started adding to this. Buy is back in the box. So 10.3 adding to ARC. SPY is back in the box and a buy. So if we go back on 10.3, it's like, okay, what was I thinking on 10.3? That the SPY had bottomed. So if we go look, where's 10.3? over here. Right here. Right, so right around there. We expected a bottom. And if you remember, we broke that anchor point right here. On that day, it opened down. Didn't close this, and it came right back into the box, which is super bullish, man, when it breaks and comes back, which is why I don't get stopped out during the day, man. And then we came back, and then we've gone up since. And I know we added a couple more times, or at least I did, over in here. So, added to you Pro 1013. What's going on 1013? Where is that? So right around in there. So, yep, we've been all over this SPY, man. So if you're in Discord with me, there's a whole section on the SPY, you know, and periodically I'll update it. Once it starts to break out and run, I'm not going to update it too much. It's just in an uptrend. But you want to be on top of the SPY, man, because that's the direction. That's the wind. You should watch it every day. Look for spots. You should be trading the U Pro if you're a trader, or you know, options, I guess, if you wanted. You could trade options, but you definitely want to keep, it doesn't do you, if you're not keeping up with the SPY, you're just wasting your time, dude. All the other shit you're doing is just complete nonsense. Like, if you don't know where the overall market is, the SPY, the S&P, the Dow Jones, oil, bonds, you don't actually know where the market is going. You know, because you need to know where all those are to get a good understanding of where the market is, or where it looks like it's going. So if we're in a downtrend, any stocks you buy are going down. I mean, you know, how amazing is that information? You're like, think I should buy this stock, and if the index is in a downtrend, he's like, no. Wait, you'll get it cheaper, man. Wait for it to set up. Let's see. Where are we at here? Oh, somebody said Tesla. Let's look at Tesla. Yeah, so if you're on my text list, this is one we sent out today. So I sent a text message to your phone, posted it in Discord that I was adding to Amazon, Tesla. We'll see. This is definitely a stage one. Price is above the 5. There's our pivot point, day 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, we went early on Friday, but this is still, you know, so we're confirming it. It's not a breakout yet. We're not above the 20, but things are starting to come together, man. So we'll see. We'll see how this plays out. I think this is one of my trades of the week or something. Let's see. Yeah, it's right over here. So this is the pattern we've been trading on. We're trading off the money flow pattern, right? So we've been in this one for a while. It hasn't really taken off, though. And I was surprised about that, and I figured, well, the reason is Elon was selling shares to pay for Twitter, and that's pretty much what it was. I think he sold like $20 billion worth or some shit so he could buy Twitter. Crazy to me, especially since Tesla shares have compounded at 67% a year, and I don't think Twitter has done anywhere near that. So crazy investment, if you ask me. Did you know Tesla had compounded at 20-something% or 60% a year? You just come over to here, go to Google, watch this. I'm sure most of you know this, but in case you don't, I can't see my board when I'm typing here. Let's see. Stock returns. Come on, man. Can't remember the name of the link to this site. I got it in my book. Where are you at? And come on, man. Oh, here it is. It's this website right here. And you can Google it. Just find it. Stock market total return. If you come over here, you can play with the dates, but let's just pick a stock. Let's say Tesla. And let's start with $10,000. Let's say we bought it on 11/14/2012. That would take you to today, okay? So if you just bought it and held it, you didn't do like everybody else where you're just in and out, in and out, in and out. If you just bought it and held it and went to work, let's see what your return is. Oh, I was wrong. I said 60. The annual return is 56% a year. That's what it averages. Your $10,000 would be $895,000. That's 10 years though, okay? There's a lot of not much is happening in here, and then it just takes off, right? So you can come in here and you can pick any stock, man. So, BX is my largest position. Let's put in BX. I've owned BX about 9 years, I think. No, I bought it in 2015, I think. Anyway, we'll do it like I bought it in 2012. Calculate it. So BX averages 30% a year. And your $10,000 is $131,000. So I've owned it like 7 years, I think, since 2015, 16. I have to look. Anyway, the return has been enormous, 300-400%. So again, not a stock I want to sell, right? I want to keep that compounded, but I want to buy stage ones. And one thing you're going to run into as you do this, let's say a stock doubles and then it pulls back. You're going to be like, I don't want to buy a stage one because I bought it a lot lower before. And it just goes higher and higher and higher and higher. And you never buy it because one time you bought it cheaper. So a lot of people get hung up on what they pay for an asset. And the truth is, that don't mean shit, man. Nobody gives a damn where you bought it. It really does nothing. Doesn't mean anything to anyone but you. So we come over. Let's just pick Southern Electric. Let's see what that's returned. Not a lot. It's only done about 8% a year. Only about 8% a year. Now, if you notice this chart, what do you see? Big down move, right? Big down move, big down move, big down move, big down move. Then it goes up, big down move, big down move, big down move, big down move, big down move now, man. Big down moves. Those are your stage ones, right? So if we're watching, where are we at? If we're watching the money flow, that's our chance. So that's how we beat 8%, man. 8% is like you buy it, you hold it, you do nothing. Nobody does that. So when they show these numbers, if you put $10,000 into the S&P and you hold it, but nobody does that. Nobody just takes $10,000, drops it into an index fund, then looks up 30 years later. But what that's trying to do is give you an idea of what is possible. But now what if you understand stages? And when something's overbought and oversold, right? And you can begin to use that information inside the backdrop that over time stocks tend to go higher. And so that's what the money flow is. I'm trying to take a stock that might only, on a buy and hold account, might make 8, 10, 12%, which is the S&P average. But it's like, man, what if I add on these big sell-offs and then I take some off when it runs up? Maybe I can make that 15, 16%. And if I can do that over a period of time, and then every once in a while I catch one that's 50, 60, then when I have one that falls to shit, it's not as big a deal, man. And that's going to happen. You're going to get stuff wrong. You're going to have things go down. The only time that's truly catastrophic is when all your money's in there, and you're undiversified. Then it's a bad situation. What's up, Steven? So the best way to get diversified is just start today. I've talked about this before. The other day I had a guy who felt pretty bad. He had a lot of money in crypto and it felt pretty bad. And it's like, okay, bro, are you done crying? Get it all out right now so we can talk. Well, all right, let it all out, man. Just cry, just scream, puke on yourself, shit yourself, pee yourself. Just get it all out right now. Just let it all out. And when you're done, let me know. Because you don't get to do it anymore past today. All right? Like, we got to get it all out of you right now. And then from this moment forward, you fix it. and you stop crying about it, and you stop talking about it, and never bring it up again. And then you fix the damn problem, man, going forward. And the way you do that is you don't sell that. You start buying new shit, and there you go. Now you're diversified, and you keep moving forward. I was talking to a guy last night, man. He was talking to me about when he blew out. And I'm like, when was that? He was like, 2011. I'm like, bro, that's 11 years ago, man. I've met guys that made fortunes in the last 5 years. You're still crying about some shit from 11 years ago? That's a loser mentality, man. The day after that's over, you're done talking about it. Get up and move on. It's the only way to fix it, man. Should never bring that up. I wouldn't even tell people about that story. So, people will do that to me too. They'll be, but what about this thing? It went down. Bro, I'm moving on, man. I'm not hung up on that. I got to keep moving. Some shit you're going to get wrong. Some stocks you're going to get wrong. Some deals are going to go bad. But we're not going to get hung up on it. I'm not going to hang out there. I'm moving on. And that's just the only way I know to do it, man. Hey guys, Andrew Ying is here. Close commentator. Wow. Let's see. Hold on, YouTube. Yep. We think O is going above the 0 line. Not a lot of action today, man. I'm going to be honest. Let's see. No, that's exactly where I... Oh! Sorry about that. I'm on my mobile. I don't have a lot of room here. That's exactly where I would have expected it to stop, man. I have a whole book on this, by the way, called Chaos to Cash. On this strategy here. I don't have it out yet, though. From chaos to cash. And that's exactly where I would expected it to stop, right where it hit. You know, does it go higher? Probably not. Not right now. It's going to pause. RSI hit extreme. So probably going to start going sideways now. All right. This is where TV will tell you it's okay to buy it now. Truth is, you needed to be buying it down here, right? You're like, how could you ever know? You can know. Okay? So that's a stage one. I mean, I might have bought this one right here too. And then there's a breakout. And this is the easiest trade in the world, man. These are the easiest options trades too, by the way. A dividend stock breaking out. As clear as can be a breakout. Right there. That is the definition. I wrote a whole book on it called The Money Flow. It's a price breaks out above the 20-day moving average. 20-day moving average is 1 month of trading. There's Monday through Friday, Monday through Friday, Monday through Friday, Monday through Friday, 4 times. Not that complicated. You divide it simply, and then whatever that price is, if price is above it, it's moving higher. Very simple definition, man. You don't need to be Sam Bankman. You don't need to be that. You didn't need to go to MIT to see a breakout or an uptrend, man. You don't need to be that smart. It's right there. Bam, can't miss it. It's ripping above the green line. Where's the target? Right here. Hits it. And I can show you 10,000 charts where this happens. That a dividend stock breaks above that green line and runs to here. I can show you 10,000 of them. Like, it's just over and over and over and over. That happens. So if you can find these setups like that, man, it's super simple. They're no brainers too, because they're all quality dividend stocks. They're all quality dividend stocks. That's the easiest stuff to trade. Easiest ones for like options, a couple months out, because it can take these a minute to move. These aren't crypto coins. It takes them a minute to move something this big that far. It went from what, $50 something to 65. Not that big a deal, but easy moves, man. There's a bunch of these right now. Dow. AT&T was one. Jeez. Dow's trying. It's trying. Problem is Dow hit the RSI before it could get there. So I would still keep it going for this, though, if I was doing the bread and butter thing. So watch what happens. You might be like, well, it didn't hit it, man. No, I'm sad. Don't worry about that, man. This gives you a chance to get your position bigger, man. So let's say you were buying it over here and you were trying to catch that, and then it didn't make it. The guy might think, yeah, but what happened? Came back down, man. Let's go. Let's go, man. So we're going to do it again. So during this time, hopefully you took your ass to work and got some more money. And now you can put some more money in. So the trade's bigger here than it was over here. And you probably collected a dividend. Now we're going to run, and now we're back to what? Over here. And if we hit it, it didn't even matter. We didn't hit it on this one, right? And we're definitely above where we started doing this. So, a little bit of time elapsed. So what? Let you build the position bigger. And that's position trading around the 200 and depends on how you want to play that, but a lot of ways to play that bread and butter strategy, either as a trading strategy or as a... All right, man. Let's see. My man wants to look at OKE. I feel like this is some Wealth Squad shit. Let's see. Yep. There you go. Time to sell it. Well, depends on what you're doing, but that's a money flow pattern, right? Perfect. Where's it stopping? Where'd it stop before? Almost like I've done this before. Right on time, man, right? Matter of fact, I probably would have went with this as my target, though, to be honest. I would have took some off, and now I would take more off if I'm trading it. And this is probably the top. So every day now, I'm drawing a line, assuming that we're in the stage 3. That may or may not mean I need to take action. So for me, like AT&T is no action. Why? It's still undervalued. If it was fair value, I'd start taking some down. So let's look. What's OKE? Let's see what this is worth. Ooh, fair value, man. They say it's worth $64. You're at $64, homie. What do you think you should do? I'd be taking some of that down. At least cutting it back to a core position, whatever that is for you. Not a bad play, assuming you played it right. But since you don't trade with me, I doubt you did. You probably bought it all fucked up. Bought some over here. You were at the pool with your shirt off, buying the shit here and here. Then it came up. You're like, man, I'm doing good. And it's like, not really. You should have bought it exactly on that day. And then right here, these were your 2 buy spots. So maybe you got it right, though. Maybe you got it right. Let's see. Let's see. Good play, though, sir, if you got it right. You're back to my pool pick again. You got to change your pick, bro. Guys like me, I'm just like, ugh. What are you doing, man? Put a fucking shirt on. Like, you got to get rid of that, bro. Like, when I see that, I have bad feelings about you, man. You know that, right? Other dudes look at that and be like, look at this guy. Fucking, what are you, a male model? Got lotion on or something? That's what I think, man. You should hear the thoughts that go through my head when I see these pictures. So then I meet you. He's like, is that for the ladies or for the fellas? Because it ain't working on me. That's what I think of. I form hard opinions by people when I go to their social. You have to, bro. You look like you're relaxing. You look like you don't even want any money. You're just out there spending it. Because I know you don't own that swimming pool. Now, if you own that swimming pool, it'd be different, but I bet you don't. Now, if you own the whole hotel, take your shirt off, baby. Relax. But I don't think you do, man. I think you rented it. So, I could be wrong, though. Maybe I'm wrong. How's your pick? It's just a dude smiling. Let's see. He knows I'm kidding, man. I'm just teasing, man. Are you still saving recordings to subscription channel? Yeah, but here's the thing, man. Instagram's been jacking up on that subscription. I tried to save a couple the other day and it just didn't give me the option. So that subscription thing is still new and they keep playing with what you can do with it. So like last night, I know I'm just playing with you, bro. Last night, maybe secretly that picture turns me on or something. I don't know. Last night or Friday night, I did a live with my wife and drinks with the wife. And I think we're going to do that more often. And I was going to save it to the subscription channel. It wouldn't even give me the option. So I don't know what's up, man. We'll see. But yeah, I got more videos. I had a video the other day on the story, but I'm going to be working on more for sure. What was the investment calculator page? He said, if I own the hotel, I'm ass naked. Right, exactly. Well, I don't remember. Man, if you just Google it, it's called Total. It's in my book. It's the weird name here. The DQYDJ. I don't even know what that means. I don't know what that means. Anyway, it gives you total return. So if you just Google it, it's usually one of the options, stock market total returns. Just Google stock market total returns. You can just put in a ticker and it'll tell you what it's done, man. Let's see. Now, if you own it, yeah. How often does the stage 3 turn into a stage 2, or is it more likely to go in stage 4? Good question, Larry. I assume it's going into a 4. That doesn't mean it is, and it doesn't mean that I like bail on that assumption. But I assume price is going to go through this pattern here. What I don't assume is how long or how far in each stage, meaning I don't know how long a 2 is going to last. So just because the RSI signals, just because it hits a previous high, I expect at that point for it to stop. Like here, I would totally expect that this is the absolute high, right? But that doesn't mean I would necessarily abandon the trade because sometimes it's not. And if it wants to run, let's let it run into winter. But I fully anticipate this is probably where it stops. It's where it stopped before. The RSI went extreme. And I would imagine it starts to go sideways here and do like it did over here and then eventually just turn down. So the more and more that starts to build out, depending on what my goal was, I mean, if it's buy and hold, don't try to do that. Don't try moving in and out. You're just going to mess yourself all up, okay? But you could trim. And typically, I'm not trimming a buy and hold or taking some gains on a move up like this unless it hits fair value. So if a stock that I own, like say Southern Electric, hits fair value, cool. I'll scale it back to a core position so I collect my dividend. I don't want a lot of money in a fair valued stock. I'd rather push some money to stocks that I think are undervalued, that I think have more upside potential. And I hope that makes sense. And I may not get that right every time. And maybe this one keeps going and the one that I add to takes another leg down. That's always a possibility. So it's never an all in or all right situation. It's just playing, the odds. So when I'm playing blackjack and I get an 11 and the dealer's got a 5, double it. Like you always double that. That doesn't mean you always win. And if I'm trading, then I got to get a lot tighter on that. So to me, as a swing trader, if I'm swing trading, like it was a trade, that was the point. This is completed, bro. From a negative from an extreme RSI to an RSI. As far as I'm concerned, trade is over. This is done. Congratulations, you did it. It's like flipping a house. And you go, what if it keeps going? Yeah, well, guess what? Every house you flip is worth more next year. Meaning the game, if you're swing trading, isn't to get every last penny, to ride it from the very bottom to the very high. It's to get in, get the meat, make some money, and get out. That's trading. And don't worry about where it goes. The moment you're like, well, so, and if you want to, if you think that it could keep running, which a lot of times it does, so what I do in the money flow is I just start taking it down. So I would be down to say a third of being say 3/4 of a trade here. As this starts going sideways and it becomes pretty obvious that we're now in a stage 3, like Larry's asking, well, how do you know that doesn't become a 2? It could. So the longer this keeps going, the more I'm going to think this could possibly be a stage 2. It's not wanting to go down. And sometimes or it'll go down, but it just goes down maybe 3, 4, 5 days, stops, and then it rips again. And now it's boom, that 4 only lasted a few days. We're back into the box, so to speak, and we're headed higher. So we never know. We just know what's happening. But things we can do, much like in poker or in blackjack, there are patterns, right? We know that a stock that's undervalued, that's like an example would be AT&T. It's at an extreme right now, but it's still undervalued by like 25%. So I don't really want to trim any. Matter of fact, I'm hoping that this is the stage 3, that it pulls back, and then maybe down here around 16, 17, I can start loading up again. But I'm not buying here. I fully anticipate it pulls back. Is it going to go all the way down here? Highly doubt it. And so I'm handling this, the way this stage is playing out, maybe slightly different than a swing trade, where a swing trade, I would have said it's over right here. And maybe I sell half and I'm willing to let the rest just drift. But what I usually do, if I do that, I'm selling that much. The moment we go into this here, I'm out. And so I don't want to have as many shares when that happens. So if I can take them off by hitting the first target, hitting the RSI, hits a stage 3, I take some down. Remember, there's no fees in this. So you could nibble, 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 nibble. And then by the time we roll over, I only have half the shares. So even this little down movement's not as bad because it's half the shares that I had going up. That's in a perfect world. And sometimes you can finesse a trade that tight, man. And, if you're watching a lot and you're just nibbling. The same way you see me buy, and I don't text it over and over and over. At some point, I'll just tell you, I'm buying all stage 1s. You don't need me to text you. And that's what I mean. Like, so Uber, I buy all stage 1s. Maybe 2 shares, maybe 10 shares, maybe 100, but I'm just buying stage 1s. I'm in the accumulation phase. So you just got to ask yourself, what is your goal? What are you trying to do? What are you trying to do, man? Yeah, my man 482 here just said it's about patience, and that is difficult, man. It really takes time. That's why I tell people it takes you about 2 years of practicing trading, even if you have a good strategy, to even make your strategy work, man. I've seen like very successful day traders who sit with people and try to teach them, and their students just can't pick it up because there's still all these little nuances, and the timings, the emotions, it just the execution of trade, like it just takes time. It really does. Give yourself time. Don't beat yourself up. Matter of fact, if you just came into this and just looked at it like a video game and didn't put that much, a lot of times people, I was talking with a lady the other day. She's like, I need to make $3,000 a month trading. That's the worst thing to do. I mean, what are your chances of doing that? This is a skill set, man. This takes years, just takes time and practice. You're not gonna just roll up and start making. Anybody that is, it's just a matter of time before they lose it, man. People who get lucky in the beginning usually end up paying a deep price for that. I hope you get lucky in the beginning, but in my experience, they give it all back. So be careful with that. Yeah, Larry, just take your time with it. Some of this will just make more sense as you watch it and watch it. You'll be like, oh, shit, I get it now. You just start internalizing it. And it just starts to make more and more sense as you watch. What did someone ask about? ONON. Be careful with these penny stocks right now, guys. Oh, nice. Yeah, I don't know what you're doing with it, but yeah, I don't know what this is. I mean, I wouldn't buy here. It's way past a buy zone. I don't know where you bought it. Obviously, for me, I'm always, the moment the RSI goes extreme, it has my attention. And so if we look down there, now what? Now I need it to start kind of going sideways. So, the buys are probably in here, but then we saw it pull back. This is kind of an ugly chart, but, there's your breakout. Boy, that day there, man, if you could have got in right there. And you say, well, how could you have known to get in right there? Well, as every day plays out, the government says, well, past performance is not indicative of future results. Okay. Sideways up, sideways down. We started to go sideways, and then it kind of came back down. But then as this thing develops, we begin to see that stage one, it was just wider than we were expecting. Meaning as it goes forward, as new data comes in, and the ongoing feedback loop of the fractal pattern, right? Remember, it's a fractal pattern. The problem with this one is, wow, look how wide it is. These are hard to trade. Look how wide that is. I mean, these are $2, $3. And then we had the break. I hate charts like this, but hopefully you're in it, man. It looks all right. It's just past a buy zone for me. If you were already in it, congratulations. I don't know how far it gets. I don't know this stock, so it's hard for me to speak to it. Oh, you got in at $18. All right, not bad. I'm assuming you got in on the breakout here. Yeah, if he got in right there, not bad. He's up $2. You're going to run into problems here, but if you get the wind at your back, maybe you catch 24. That seems like a long ways, though. I've not done anything with DS, man. Once something collapses, I don't do much with it. I would just wait. I mean, I'm afraid they're going bankrupt. They say they're not. I'm not buying it until I see some strength. Don't buy shit just because you have to. Don't feel like you have to buy things. You don't. You don't have to compound it and buy something that's gone bad. So, in other words, like, I could be completely wrong. I mean, I thought this was a $5 stock. I love the company. I love the idea. It's always busy when I come by. I thought after COVID, people would be, lining up, playing golf. Business just has not done well. Guess what? That's it. That's how it works. Some people just thought FTX was good. Like, that's part of investing. So I don't have to compound it I don't have to add to this. So I can wait until I have confirmation that everything looks good. And then, yeah, Joe's going to be in a buy zone for a while, dude. It's just a stage one. So we bought some JO today. Intel's past a buy point, so no good there. Look at Mattel. I'm team Hasbro, so fuck Mattel. Let's see. Hate that stock, but let's look at it anyway. All right. If my internet would work. One day. Yep, basically the same chart as Hasbro. This is an unloved sector. What is Mattel? I might actually like this stock now. What is Mattel worth? This might be a play here, man. Let's see what Mattel's worth. So we come over here to Morningstar. $36 undervalued. Mattel continues to harvest gains from its turnaround, delivering above break-even operating margins starting in 2019 and reaching around 14% in 2021. We expect Mattel to further adjust operating margin ahead, helped by execution of its multi-million dollar, $250 million cost savings program. Wow. All right. That was October 22nd. This chick here, Jamie N. Kratz, senior equity analyst. Let's check in. Where did old Jamie go to college? Look at this dork. Let's see. Where did she go to college? She covers the home improvement, retailer, and travel and leisure. Before joining Morningstar, Katz was an associate for Credit Corp Investment Bank. She also worked in equity research for Williams Blair for 3 years and spent 3 years as asset management at, she worked at some weird-ass name firms. She don't even look that old, man. Holds a bachelor's degree in economics from the University of Wisconsin and a master's degree in business administration from University of Chicago Booth School of Business. Man, all she had to do was get on TikTok. She went through all that schooling. What is wrong with people? She could have just went on TikTok, probably reached more people. Been a TikTok analyst. What's up with that, man? Spent all that time at the business school in Chicago on her master's degree. Could have just got on TikTok. Yeah, I like Mattel here. Seriously, though. Obviously, the analysts like it. Girl's got like 12 years schooling, 10 years in equity research. She likes it, gives it a 5-star. So that's what Morningstar does for us, is it lets us who aren't the brightest or who don't want to spend all their day looking at books and numbers, you can outsource that information and get pretty decent advice, man. They don't get paid to pick these. Well, they do indirectly. Their job is just to cover them. And then we, as the people who pay Morningstar, I pay them a couple $100 a year, get access to that information. He said, now she's got nothing but student loans. Probably so, man. Pretty cool, though, man. I think that's about it today. It's a pretty boring day. Yeah, let's see. Hanes Brands came back. I think a lot of people will get nervous on this one. And I've been telling, I don't know, man. I don't know why it keeps going so low. They got structural problems, and they're trying to fix them, and it just keeps getting worse. This is one of my core holdings. Looks better today than it did last week. We're up a full $1. So I'm in it. I'm in it, man. I'm in this stock, so I'm in it. I'm in it with you. Morningstar still likes it. It's who I use for a lot of my research. We'll see what they say. They think it's significantly undervalued, 68%, $24 fair value. That's pretty high, man. Hanesbrands' 2022 third quarter profitability met expectations, but it was overshadowed by a dim fourth quarter outlook as consumers are cutting back on spending. Retailers are managing inventories tightly, and the U.S. strong dollar affects international results. So people have decided to stop wearing underwear, I guess. A lot of stocks and underwear being sold in Christmas, you would think. All right. He said 2 words that don't go together, sir. Solid biotech. Let's see. That's like military intelligence. PRVB. Or strong crypto coin. Come on, man. Come on, man. You're going to bring us a stock on a 71 RSI? What the fuck are we supposed to do with this? Thanks, sir. Are you bragging? He's like, hey, guys, look at this stock that I got into for $3. It's $9. You guys should look at it. Should we buy this now that it's gone up and it's overvalued? Might not be overvalued, but it's definitely gone up. It's technically overvalued. So not much we can do with that, sir. You got to bring us some that we could actually buy. We can't buy this. I think that was just that was a bragging. What a move out of Starbucks lately. Any other stocks you want to brag that gone up a lot for you? We could do them now. Let's see. Yep, Starbucks looks good. This is one I called my buddy Dan from Campfire Real Estate a while back. We were back over here. I said, hey, man, just buy Starbucks. Don't ask me why, man. Just do it. Don't look at it. Don't call me about it. Here we are now at $98. So I only give those guys the ones that I'm most certain about, though. My real estate guys have a hard time trading stocks. Moves too fast for them. Let's see. Real estate guys have a hard time with stocks. A lot of times they have a hard time with stocks because real estate takes so much damn money. They're constantly pulling their money out of the stock market to buy real estate. Then they ain't got no money in the stock market. So it's hard to be interested in something you ain't got no money in. That's usually what kills most people that are into stocks and real estate, is they don't keep the money in the stocks, so they can't, That is a problem, man. There's only so much money in the world. Looks good, man. I think that's it, man. I think we've done well today. Is there a nice move out of Intel right now? Yeah, that Starbucks looks beautiful, though. That's the very first stock I talked about on Instagram when Starbucks was at $58. Yeah, not a bad little move out of Intel. If you go all the way back to the beginning of a lot of my stuff, that was the very first one that I talked about. That and Campbell's soup. And I would try to tell people about the dividend stocks then. I'd be like, look at Campbell's. And they'd be like, yeah, but look at Dogecoin. I'd be like, no, look at Campbell's. But look at, everybody want to talk about everything but Campbell's. It's like, no, you need to buy Campbell's when nobody else wants to buy it, man. You want to buy shit other people are not buying. And then when it goes up, you could sell it to the people buying it, right? So, but what are we going to do? Everybody wanted NFTs. They didn't want Campbell's. Let's see. Now it's coming down. I actually remember when I first started Money Flow Gang, I would have people in there like, literally, would have this conversation with me. Why would you ever buy dividend stocks? And I'm like, what do you mean? But tech just goes up. No, it doesn't. Sometimes it catastrophically drops, bro. I know, but they're going up now. So why would you own any dividend stocks? Because you got to be diversified. Different assets become popular at different times. I would try to explain this. And those people quit, by the way. They had that conversation with. They're not there no more because they got blown out. But I remember having those conversations. So take in everything that's happening so it comes of use to you down the road, right? That's why it's important to go read on this FTX. I guarantee I'm gonna text 10 people, 10 friends today, and I'm gonna be like, "Hey man, have you looked into FTX?" And they're like, "No." I'm just gonna reply back, "Loser." Let's see. Yeah, WBD, I like it. It's just that whole sector's out of favor right now, man. I'm going to randomly contact some dude right now. I'm going to contact some Money Flow members and ask them questions about the FTX deal. See if they're keeping up with it. Let's see. No, Gerald, I'm so busy. I'm busy. I'm too busy to know about that, man. We're so busy. Let's see. No, we're not covering any crypto coins right now. I think that's it, man. Yeah, he says FTX story on Forbes.com is very informative. I'm going to text some of you, ask you about the FTX. They're going to be like, no, I don't know right now, man. I don't know. Let's see. Yeah, there's a lot of good ones out there covering it. Look into it, though. It's a lesson. And it's not something you could have avoided, man. The guy fooled everybody. It's going to happen. It's just called life. It's just part of... That's the lesson to be learned, man. You don't know, man. Nobody knows. That's the thing. Rule number one to investing and trading. Nobody knows shit. Not me, not Chris Johnson, not any of his buddies, not any Jim Cramer. None of these guys know anything. All we can do is do what we do, man. But at the end of the day, it's all guesses. They're just basing, at me, everyone, man. The only thing I do know is that price moves in 4 stages and that over time, 70% of the time, assets go up. Not all of them. Some of them go bankrupt and then the rest go up. That's how it works because every purge, some people win, some survive, some go up, right? And, not all the stocks survived the dot-com crash. Amazon did. A bunch of them did, but not all of them. And some shit goes to zero, man. That's what happens. And let's see. Yeah, so that's just part of the thing about investing, man. And that really is just part of it. I like this WBD. I've liked it a lot. That was a buy zone right there. Still in a buy zone here, so I like it. CEOs bought a lot, but this is not a popular sector right now. So I don't know if it gets going, man. But I do like it. Be patient with it, man. All right, Instagram, you guys be good. Anything I can do for you, let me know. Hey, if you're looking for somebody to trade with us, come trade with us, man. We'd like to have you. We'd love to have someone as smart as you. And you do have to wear a shirt, though, man. Okay? We're not going to have any shirtless Discord pictures. We all got to wear our shirts, man. I felt comfortable with my crypto on Coinbase, but not anymore. No, good lesson, bro. I don't even know anymore, man. I don't know. If you got a lot of crypto on there, man, I would put it on a ledger. I really would. I wouldn't mind keeping some on there. You know, do I personally think Coinbase is safe? Yes. But that doesn't mean that I'm right. You know, I don't know anymore, man. It's sad. My only words for it is it's sad. Makes me sad. What stock is this just getting on? Well, you're late, okay? The world can't wait on you. We've been here all fucking day waiting for an hour, and you finally show up. Now we're tired of waiting, so we're leaving. It's over now. Thank you. Let's see. Because you were so late, we're ending the class early, sir. 26 rolls gold. Just kidding. I'm assuming that's a Facebook person. I'm just teasing you. He's changing to another pool pick. That's funny. I'm going to do a pool pick. I'm going to post a shirtless pic today. Nipple clamps on. Maybe we'll make that a challenge in November. Nipple clamp November. All right, man. You guys be good. All right, YouTube. That's enough babbling.